Yes. Well, remember I said I had to take some things to the garage, but I finally got them down there. Oh, have you ever seen? Yeah, I know you have, because yours do it the same. Your children. You know when those children whine and cry and complain about what means good and well-being for them, you gotta not let them get away with it. That is called spoiling. That's what it's called. It's spoiling. What is spoiled? Do you want to eat something spoiled? Would you eat spoiled food? Okay, so who wants to feed off of spoiled people? Who want to eat a spoiled person and feed off of them? Okay, maybe we may have some of the source energies out there somewhere that will eat it, because everything is usable. Remember, source uses it. So, um, you know, but as a being that conscious that wants to be in a cleanness and a pure conscious of itself, it won't eat those type of things. You know, it doesn't want anything that's from spoilness. You know, let's just kind of give it something that it is in what they would call it. I'm trying to hear what they're giving me the word. I can't how to say it. Substitute, maybe, I guess, maybe of it, substituted something that like, for instance, when you get bitten by a snake or anything, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Whatever measurement that was measured in the changing of energy, that same has to be given back to that. So in measurement, and a snake bite, you got to get snake venom, and bacteria, you got to get bacterial. But it's from good to bad, bad to good. That's where I wanted to go with that spoiledness. You know what I'm saying? How unless it's something that the being needs in good from the bad, then you give it to the light. The light take it in. But other than that, the light don't want to have nothing spoiled, because it spoils the light, and so the light don't want it. So if the light chooses to allow the spoiled food to receive the spoiled energy, the light conscious being is willing to risk whatever it takes for them to receive the greater good of the benefit of whatever that is in their energy, that they need something, or they need to give something for that source of another energy. So it's how you would exchange that if it's spoiled. You know what I mean? So, but those spoiled, and so in the body that I have walked in, because the body has been under other conscious working, it has subconscious thoughts still there, and it likes to whine and complain to the higher energy, to giving them what they need for the benefit of their life, to get better and to become more like the me, so they can be more me of the me. And so the body is the part that has to be torn down and built back up in the one sense of a form, for it has a more better higher conscious working in it too. See, so you have to put away those place that has been put inside of the subconscious thoughts of the body to be playing out every time, So if they give the conscious a task, or something while in here, to train to give me something to do with my body being under that program subconscious, it whines and it cries and it just and it's fun, sound good. And so if the source energy says to the conscious, well, I'm giving you this, so this can be then This why did we even whine and complain even if we don't know what the outcome is? Why? What is the difference? What you know? And I said that before in my times before. I could say, why in the world if the Yahweh tell the person to do something, why don't they just do it? Why you gotta question the Yahweh? You know, and hear me. You know, the body go person my Yahweh, my highway, which is by Yahweh. And I was like, what am I questioning my highway for? You know, which is the higher consciousness that you operate under or with. And so you don't operate under nothing, you operate together, exercise in the operation of one when you working with your higher consciousness, okay? And you don't serve it, you don't see them higher. They're you because they are, but they're in other energy. They're in their own energy bodies that they walking into. You know that they have of themselves, which is the same as you are, and you're all working in helping one another to make this turn. Okay, so and so that that whining and they gonna tell if they give me something I have to realize and know and I do, but then I'm dealing with this thing here, you know. And I'm like, and it wants to pick up, they told me to take some of those boxes because I have asked others to take them out, okay, but they did not. They were like flower dirt boxes I had used to repot the plants, and there was some canned goods and different things that had been given to Joe, I think, a few times when he went to the pantry or whatever, and there was some put away, and I took them all out from around wherever they were hanging at somewhere, you know, because I don't eat no canned goods, so I'm not touching that, and it's I don't want to eat the pork. You know, they said you got to pick your own poison, which I am, you know, but I'm like okay. And yet I don't have to be choosy and picking how I'm going to eat while I'm playing my life in different roles here. I mean, I'm Cinderella too, believe me. Yeah, that's who I am. I'm a Cinderella sitting in my Cinderella world that I live in, and I have to play a part that Cinderella played the whole when she was in her top with her, you know. So once you start recognizing those different characters that your energy, thoughts, conscious is a part of, because there are places in this life that you're gonna have to fulfill. I've seen so many. Oh my goodness, they took me all the way back to Bible time when Mary and Joseph and and all that happened. I had to go through that. Yes, I did, honey. And that reality was right there in front of you, and your conscience remembered it, and it'll be played out in your physical reality, but yet at the same time, your mental conscious, your conscious reality and mental recognize it, and you kind of feel the experience of it too. You really do, and you see it for what it is. So you have to begin to see those, because if you don't find the timeline that you're in when those times come, as you've been given another time of a test, you know, the time test. When you be put into that time test and you don't see what's being brought into the operation of it, you may have to repeat it again, or you won't even remember, or you won't even know how to operate it. You'll just go through it probably not good, you know. Who knows? But yeah, so you have to get the reality of it, of the eyesight of it, so that when you put it when you start putting the answers to the questions of the problems, you'll know how to what answer what, you know, how to solve that problem, what numbers matches with what. Other than that, you won't get it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So we gotta put on the whole armor, okay? As they say, the whole armor. Well, that whole armor means we must put ourselves back into our hole and put it in there and don't take it out. Don't allow nothing to keep it from going in there or whatever. Um, um, so put away the baby childish ways of life that has spoiled you and make you put on such a way of being that is not way of suitable for any of us to be in collectiveness, and the way that you put your habitats on, So not allowing yourself to be in that continuation of ways of putting spoiled meat, spoiled life into something that is savorable, and like the refrigerator, when you already know you're gonna clean it and it's nice and smelly good, and you go put more, leave spoiled meat in there, or you put something in there and you don't leave it, take it out, and it's just spoiled, and you don't know that thing smells while it's in that refrigerator. Well, that's the same way it happens in that body that you're in, and so when you're looking at the body of the source energy of the whole and the big space body that it operates in, you're seeing a full real God that's being manifested right in your eyes. But while that's setting is being done as the being that it is, your part is in that energy working, and that as a piece of it. You know what I mean? So you find yourself in many different ways of bringing source energy out of itself, okay, out of itself into the whole, into the out, and then back into the figuring itself out. The operating of creating in every manner of a way. You got to look at it. It's so many ways you define creation. Just so many ways. I'm gonna stop here because like I say, it's hard for me to do it, but I'm getting there. I'm working on it. I'm gonna, before you know it, I'm gonna have it go. I'm gonna come to you, okay? But right now, it's still giving me some time to get down to here. I have never done this, but I used to cancel the other ones when they would come over, and it's always so much easier for me when you ask me the questions, okay? But when I'm just coming off my head of what I need to give to you and coming feeling for it, because I'm given to a broad way, and so for me to operate that and put it out there, and that's not easy done as it looks to be, okay? So you pastors is one that has been used to giving yours to the congregation, a little portion of the source of energy church world, and those that have those huge big giant places, I don't think you really have much to give, because whatever you have to give is like maybe what did we call it, using the minerals to feed the goldfish. Do they eat goldfish? No, who eat them? so because when you're in that operating big giant whole big church of people, consciousness, you're not really in the connected conscious. You're just in the conscious of being in a one building or one place where everyone is picking up what is being given, but it's like more of like let me see how I put it. It's more like a broad way of bringing in the water. You know what I'm saying? Like the water needs to come into the town, okay? And there's so many ways of how to get it down to that town. Is we gotta run the pipes and the holes and all kinds of whatever kind of cuckoo they do. But so that would be what you would be doing, how you giving it in your congregation. Because when you are in a when you are in your amoeba, so when I look at things, I told you I don't look at it because they may channel me something in, and while I'm here giving it to you, I'm picking it up, but they're not giving it in fullness. Because in fullness, you have to put it to the smallest little pin head, and then bring it back into the whole of itself. So when I'm giving something, when I'm looking at it and I'm passing it to you, while I'm looking at it, I'm looking to see, wait a minute, is there any more use in that? Can I break that down a little bit more and feed you some more, something that you know, as like the bread, can I feed more with it? You know what I'm saying? I only got one piece. Why does this give you a big giant piece when I can break it down a little bit more and I get more food out of it? You see? So what I'm telling you, what I'm saying about the water, as you being giving it out, I'm still finding that the smallest piece of that I can break that down to give it to you, so you can be able to have the like it that if that one little crumb that I give you it'll give you enough to nourish you with. Okay, all right, I'll put it like that. So because it's so much to bring some thoughts down to give to you for what you need, and do it so that it's not putting in a place where it makes you worse than what you are, but better. Okay, so that is not very easy to do. Um, so as you being there and that way of giving your energy to the people, the beings that you work with, you must come to a smaller part of feeding. You know what I mean? So when you give this wedge, they enjoy. Yes, they do. But this much can spoil them. You see, and then when there's none to give, what happens? You know, they may not take that very well. So when you've given so much at this way, you're spoiling them. So you have to bring it in more, bring all things in first, then give out. So when you suck it in, you know, get it back to you, to me, to the whole, then that one what is like this much out here is spoiled. When you give them this much, they're not going to want that. They're going to like, I don't want that little. So then they need to leave, okay? so when you are breaking, them down to show them that you can't give them anymore the big pieces of food because it's not there, or whatever you got to do in operating, and you're not able to keep giving them, the same or whatever you have been doing in the past times, because things has been changing and breaking down more for source energy, and it's been brought into more of a narrowing. You know what I'm saying? Where you're not so. It's not out there like you used to get it before, where you could get it a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, and you was gathering a lot from those the source that was there. But that's going away. A lot of things going to go away, and when that starts to happening, that's going to bring a total effect upon your world that you live in that church world, and therefore your people are going to have to start feeling for themselves, and so will you. And therefore, your people are going to begin to lose themselves as where you're going to begin to losing them. You see how it works? And when that happens, you will find how to learn how to be able to be grateful for the smallest little crumb that is given in this time that you're in. And I don't mean physically. That could happen, but I really spiritually is what I mean. Okay, and you'll take that piece there, and you'll share, you'll love that. You'll put it in a spot where you know that it's going to make some growth, right? You'll plant it. You found that little seed. Oh, look what I found, me a little seed. I can make me some bread with it, and I have a big old meal and be happy. Or I just do what I need to do and put it in the ground and just put some good old Savior energy in it and just speak to it and love on it and let it grow, you know? Okay, see? Oh, so anyway, oh my gosh. I believe I'm having fun when I'm doing and I do have fun with bringing you me, okay? But yet I can only put so much out for you and the time that I'm here to give to you, and I want to, let you know that I want to give it to you all at once, but I can't. And therefore, when I'm doing what I'm doing, as in right now, it makes me tired. So I'll come back after I get another break and do some more things, and then I have to keep uploading these videos so that you can get them. I don't know when you're going to get them, but I will do my best to get them to you as soon as I can. I'm having issues with all these equipment, me working my own whatever. I'm Hollywood, working Hollywood by itself. Working my own Hollywood, okay? But somebody has to start it somewhere, right? So I'm really the one, I guess, going to begin to make the place start and believe that and know that it's going to grow, and it's growing, and it's going to be marvelous, and a place where we all going to. Okay, I'm going to take you back to the amoeba. Okay, well, so I will talk to you probably a little bit later, if not tonight. I may come back on, but if not, I'll come back tomorrow. I do need to look at these videos and take care of that and see whatever that is. And then while I'm out, they give me more things come bring to you. Go give them that. Go give them that. I'm learning how, to parent, because what I'm doing is I feed you, and you're just a baby, so I give you probably too much, and I don't burp you, you know what happens, okay? So I will learn how to be a young mother. been feeding the babies and making sure they're not overfed and underfed, okay? Oh, my heaven. All right, love you.